Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Super grateful that you're here. As per always, I hope you're having a beautiful damn day because you deserve it. As the cooler weather is approaching and fall is here, I thought I would share some super delicious cozy drinks. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know how much I love sipping on something warm in the morning. And it's not just about sipping on something warm, it's also about the ritual of making it and spending some time with myself and just taking things slow, you know? If you try any of these drinks, make sure you let me know down in the comments because I'd love to know what's keeping you cozy this fall. And without further ado, let's get on to the damn drinks. So we are starting off today's video with a mulled apple cider, and this one can be made for special events going on this fall or this winter. It's a perfect way to invite guests in and give them something cozy and delicious to drink as well. But don't be shy, this one can be made for your family or even just yourself, as I am doing. So we started off by slicing one small orange and dicing up about 1/2 inch of fresh ginger, and now I'm just portioning out about 5 cups of fresh apple cider. I'm using organic, but feel free to use whatever you got at your local store and or support a small farmer. You're then going to add about 4 to 6 allspice berries, a cinnamon stick, your orange and your ginger to your apple cider, and heat it on the stove for about 40 to 60 minutes. Mind you, you don't want to actually like full-blown boil this. You're just bringing it to like a very light steaming simmer, and trust me when I say it makes your house smell beautiful. And now we are moving on to a delicious hot chocolate made with real chocolate, not just cocoa powder. This drink is probably one of my favorites and something I can get behind any day of the week. So I started off by chopping 35 to 40 grams of chocolate, and if you don't have a scale, that's totally okay. I don't either. Just look at the back of the package and see a serving size of chocolate and it'll tell you the grams, and then just guesstimate and go from there. I warmed up 1.5 cups of oat milk on the stove, and once it started to lightly simmer and just steam coming off of it, I threw in my chocolate, vanilla extract, and maple syrup, gave it a really good whisk until the chocolate was fully combined, and then served it, and it is so damn yummy. Moving on to the pumpkin spice latte, the thing that becomes all of the rave and all of the hype come September. But guess what? You don't have to get a fancy cafe to make it for you. You can make it at home and it's just as delicious. So we started off by making a coffee, and now we just poured in some oat milk to our pot along with all of our pumpkin spice flavors, including cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and vanilla. And feel free to just use a regular pumpkin spice and use about 2 teaspoons of it. Add 2 tablespoons worth of pumpkin puree, maple syrup to taste, and heat on the stove until steam starts to come off of it. Serve your coffee in your mug and then pour your pumpkin spice milk over top of it. Feel free to also use espresso and then make a little bit more milk than what I am showing here. And again, everyone's sweetness preferences are a little different, so feel free to sweeten it up as you please. Moving on to a not so typical matcha latte, but trust me when I say it is absolutely delicious and just tastes so pretty. So I added in 1 cup of oat milk, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1.5 tablespoons of lavender flowers, and 2 tablespoons worth of maple syrup. And now I'm just going to heat it up on the stove. You're going to heat this one on the stove on low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes to really get that lavender flavor infused in the milk. From there, you're going to add a teaspoon of matcha tea into your cup, along with some hot water. Make sure you stir that in really well and then pour over your milk through a fine mesh strainer over top of your matcha. I simply found the lavender at a local bulk barn, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere online as well. Moving on to this new creation that I discovered probably about 1.5 months ago and I cannot get enough of, which is a salted maca caramel hot chocolate. So we got 1 cup of oat milk, 1/2 cup of water, 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of maca powder, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1.5 tablespoons worth of date syrup. Feel free to sweeten it more or less to your liking, and definitely add a pinch of salt because we gotta have that saltiness for the salted maca caramel hot chocolate, you know? For whatever reason, this one really loved to be frothed today, so it was literally just like a dreamy cloud of deliciousness. One thing that I also really love to do is actually foam my milk in a French press. So I'd simply just add all of the ingredients to this in my cup and then heat the milk on its own on the stove and then froth it in the French press. And then once that's done, just pour it over your ingredients and mix really well. And now we're going to move on to the lovely golden milk, which is so warming and nourishing and perfect for if you're suffering with some inflammation right now. So I added 1 can of coconut milk, 1 cinnamon stick, 2 teaspoons worth of turmeric, a bunch of black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/2 cup to 1 cup of water, depending on your preferences, to really thin it out and also make extra for all your friends and your family. Maybe not all of them, but maybe one special person. You're then just going to heat that up on the stove for a minimum of 10 minutes, but you can go up to about 50 to really let those flavors intertwine together. And obviously, the longer you brew it, the more flavorful it will be. And again, you're not trying to boil this, you're just simply bringing it to a very light simmer. I then just sweetened it to my liking with some maple syrup, topped it off with some cinnamon, and sipped away on this delicious, warming, and nourishing drink. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button because it really supports my channel. And like I said at the beginning, I'd love to know if you try any of these recipes down in the comments below, because honestly, these are all just so cozy and delicious, and they're exactly what I need in the fall, and to be honest, the winter, spring, and the summer as well, because I am not an iced drink person. I don't know if I'm the only person on the face of this planet that does not like iced drinks, but that's just not for me. It could be dead of summer and I'm like, hot coffee, please. Hot chocolate, please. I don't know what it is. Let me know if you're the same down in the comments, because I think I'm the only person that does not drink iced coffee. I don't know. I can't be alone. Maybe I'm alone. Who knows? Anyways, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you again soon for lots more videos coming your way. Mwah!